Hi, hope you had a great day. You're watching Journey Entertainment, and for this video, I have gathered 10 different first reactions and reviews to tell you what to expect from Jungle Cruise. To tell you the good, the bad, and hopefully this lets you decide whether you're gonna go see the movie or not. The movie will be available for premium access in Disney Plus, which is $30. This upcoming Friday, July the 30th, I think it's July the 30th, and it will also be available in theaters. So you have that choice. If you're not comfortable with theaters, you can watch it at home, or if you want to go see it in the big screen, then you can go to theaters. But yeah, in this video, I'm gonna help you make that decision. If you're still like, should I watch it? Is it good? Is it bad? Well, here I have 10 different critics that give their first reactions and reviews, so you can at least know what to expect. So yeah, but before that, please make sure to leave a like. It would really help out this video, so please leave a like. So subscribe. I make a lot more videos like this, so definitely make sure to subscribe. And make sure to comment down below if you're hyped about this movie. Tell me if you're hyped about it, or just want to see it because of The Rock, or if you actually like the ride in the Disney World or Disney Land. I'm not sure which one it is. If you actually like the Jungle Cruise ride, tell me down in the comments down below. And yeah, with all that done, let's get started. Okay, so just in case you're new to my channel and you're not familiar with these type of videos, I put the tweets right here that say the first reaction, and I'm gonna be facing this way sometimes because I'm gonna be reading them from right this direction. And in case you want to read them by yourself, you can just see it. It'll be right here in this white space. And yeah, that's just gonna be it. I'll be telling you the patterns that I see between these tweets, the good, the bad, and hopefully by the end of this video, you have a decision made on whether you want to see this movie or not, or what to expect from this movie. So yeah, let's get started with the first reaction review, and this one comes from Courtney Howard. And this is what she says. Jungle Cruise is an epic adventure, a throwback blockbuster women missing a la The Mummy, 99, Pirates of the Caribbean, The African Queen, and Romancing the Stone rolled into one. A thrill ride you'll want to see repeatedly. The most fun you will have at the movies all summer. So there's a pretty positive review, especially since it says the most fun you will have at the movies all summer. So very positive review, basically telling you that this is a really good movie. And also telling you that it's a throwback. It has a lot of different inspirations from The Mummy, from 99, and the Pirates of the Caribbean, and the African Queen, and Romancing the Stone. So if you like those movies, then I think you'll definitely enjoy this movie since it gets a lot of inspiration from those movies. And yeah, this was a very first positive first review. Okay, let's move on to the second first reaction review, and this one comes from Rob Gayes, and this is what he says. I watched Jungle Cruise today. The Rock's been saying for 2 years that it's inspired by Indiana Jones, Romancing the Stone, and African Queen, and that's exactly the way it plays. It's super fun with lots of heart, and after the first 10 minutes, you'll be locked in. More, please. So clearly, they mentioned the same movies that it was inspired from as the first tweet, and clearly they very much liked it because they said more, please. They said it locks you in after the first 10 minutes, which is pretty good, pretty fast. It locks you in, and yeah, and it has a lot of heart, and it's really fun. So very positive first review. So there's two very positive first reviews. Okay, so the third one comes from Eric Davis, and that's what it says. Disney's Jungle Cruise is a lot of fun, a big, fantastical adventure that feels similar to the tone of Pirates of the Caribbean movies, and is packed with surprises. Dwayne Johnson and Emily Blunt are great together, but Jesse Plemons is a ride. Tons of nods to the ride it's based on. So that's a pretty good first reaction review. It's very different from the other ones because this one has a different movie that it says that it's based on, which is Pirates of the Caribbean, which we kind of saw in the other ones, but this one is full on Pirates of the Caribbean. But this one mentions something which I didn't expect, which is that this movie has which is that this movie is packed with surprises. So that's pretty impressive. I'm like, wow, I wonder what those surprises are. And as always, Dwayne Johnson and Emily Blunt are great, which obviously they were great. Emily Blunt was great in Quiet Place 1 and 2, and Dwayne Johnson is just always a charm to see. And I don't know who Jason Plemons is, but apparently they're really good, so yay. And apparently, I have never been on the ride, but apparently there's a ton of nods to the ride. So if you've been on the ride and you like it or you love it, then you're gonna get what you want. So that's definitely very good. Okay, now let's on to the fourth one, and this one comes from Steven, and I can't mention his last name. I can never mention it. It's kind of sad, but this is what he says. After watching Jungle Cruise, now I understand why The Rock wanted John Colette Sarah to direct Black Adam. Jungle Cruise is such a fun adventure that works for all ages. Emily Blunt and Dwayne Johnson have fantastic chemistry, and it's loaded with nods to the ride. Thumbs way up. So once again, this is a very good positive review. I definitely like it. I definitely think that this review makes me more excited for it, especially since the director for Jungle Cruise is the director for Black Adam, and the fact that they said that this director did such a good job with this movie means that Black Adam is probably going to be very good, which I'm very hyped for. Like, yes, please. And I like how it says that it's really a fun adventure that works for all ages, which obviously makes sense because it's Disney. And once again, they mentioned Emily Blunt and Dwayne Johnson's fantastic chemistry, so that's very good. That means they really work well together, which I'm very excited to see how they play off each other. And it's loaded to not a lot of knots with the ride, just like the other one said. So, like I said earlier, if you're a fan of the ride, then you're gonna be very happy with this movie. Okay, let's move on to the fifth first reaction review. And this one comes from Ben Melker, Meckler, Ben Meckler. I don't know how to say it, but this is what he says. Adore Jungle Cruise, reminded me of classic adventure films like The Mummy and The Mummy Returns. A rollicking good time and standout performances from Emily Blunt, The Rock, Henry the Hippo, actually played by twins, a masculine addicted hippo that's sure to be a hit with kids. So that was very interesting to hear. So funny there was hippos in this movie. I didn't know that there was hippos that were actually characters in this movie, but I'm curious to see how they work in this movie. Yeah, that's gonna be kind of funny to see hippos in the movie. Once again, we see this inspiration from The Mummy, which obviously the early first reactions mentioned. And this person apparently adored this movie, so that's very good. Another positive review. Okay, let's move on to the sixth first reaction review, and this one comes from Scott Menzel, and that's what it says. Jungle Cruise is a big, fun, and entertaining summer adventure for the entire family. Dwayne Johnson's charms and delights as the script truly plays to his strengths. I love the nods to the theme parks ride and the banter between Johnson and Blunt. They make a great comedy duo. Hashtag Jungle Cruise. So this is once again a very good review. It's big, which I'm happy to say it's big because whenever I saw the trailer, it looked really small. I was like, that looks really small. It doesn't look like it's super interesting. But now here it says that it's big, which I really want, and it's fun, entertaining, and like this one says, just like the other ones, it's a family adventure for all ages. So there's that. And once again, they say that Dwayne Johnson and Blunt work very well. So yes, great things, and nods to the theme park ride, which they're really trying to please those fans. Okay, let's move on to the next review or reaction, and this one comes from Chris at Lawrence. That's what it says. Disney's Jungle Cruise is no Pirates of the Caribbean, but The Rock and Emily Blunt managed to hold things together until they're blown out of the water by the villainous joy that is Jesse Plemons' Prince Joachim. I'm sorry if I mispronounced the name. They're really hard to say. But this review is not as positive, but it's still positive. It says that it's not Pirates of the Caribbean, so it's not as good as those movies. But it says that it still works. Like they say that The Rock and Emily Blunt still managed to hold things together, and then that the villain really takes off with the movie. So as soon as he shows up, he really picks up the movie. So that's good. It's always good whenever you have a pickup of the movie. Like once you get to a point and then just picks up, that's always good. As long as it doesn't stay all dead or it goes down, no, it picks up. So that's good. Okay, so on to another first reaction review. And this one comes from Doug Jameson, and that's what he says. Take equal parts of Pirates of the Caribbean and The Mummy, and you have Jungle Cruise. Sketchy CGI and overly long running time aside, it's a hell of a lot of fun. But Emily Blunt shines as always. Jack Whitehall steals every scene. A thoroughly enjoyable adventure. So we see that this film is not perfect, obviously, and they say that there's some very bad CGI, sketchy CGI. So I wonder what that is. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be one of those big creatures in the jungle. And apparently it's really long. I think, I wonder how long it feels. But apparently it's really long. It's just really long, and it is really long for the type of movie it is. But it's still fun, and the performances are still great according to this first review. So yes. Okay, let's move on to the next first reaction review, and this comes from Shannon, and this is what she says: Jungle Cruise swings for the fences with a grand and over-the-top film that knows exactly what it is. Director Jaume Colette Serra Horror Roots shines through with some impressive creature designs. Horror fans will be delighted with the darker proportions of this film. So this one actually kind of surprises me, because this one kind of really emphasizes the horror side of this movie, which I'm very curious to know how it works in this movie. I'm just, like it says, it's going to be with some creatures. And once again, this also very excites me because it says that the director uses those horror roots really well in this movie, which means that she'll probably use those horror roots very well in Black Adam as well. So it really excites me for Black Adam, and it really excites me to see in this movie how she uses them. And I'm happy to know that there's some type of horror in this movie, that there's some kind of adrenaline in this movie, so that's pretty good. Okay, now let's move on to the last first reaction review, and this comes from Jacob. And Jacob says, Jungle Cruise is decent. Despite some wonky CGI and nifty plot, the cast absolutely elevate this film. Dwayne Johnson and Emily Blunt both get perfectly with some strong charisma between the pair. Jesse Plemons' performance is just incredible, and even Jack Whitehall is really good. So here we see that the movie is just decent, which is kind of what I expected from the trailers. In the trailers, it says that it has bad CGI, like another criticism says. So I'm pretty sure there's gonna be some kind of bad CGI in some scenes. And this is that it's an iffy plot, which that's what it looked for me from the trailer personally. I was like, oh, it looks kind of like iffy. But once again, the only thing that made me excited for this movie was the cast, and clearly it says that the cast really elevates this film, and that's what makes it good. From Dwayne Johnson to Emily Blunt to Jesse Plemons and Jack Whitehall. So that's really good. It's always good when you have a cast that you can count on to elevate your movie, and this definitely seems to be the type of cast that can elevate the movie, especially between Dwayne Johnson and Emily Blunt working together, or great actors, and I just want to see them play off each other. So that definitely excites me for it. And like I said earlier, this is my last reaction or review for this movie, so that makes 10 different critiques from 10 different critics on the first reactions to reviews for Jungle Cruise, which I think that was a pretty large sample, so hopefully this sample helped you know what the strengths are, what the weaknesses are, which obviously the strengths seem to be the cast. The weaknesses seem to be the CGI and maybe some things with the plot. Seems to be a little bit iffy, but yeah, I hope I let you know with these 10 different critiques, and hopefully I hope you make a choice whether you're going to watch this movie or not. If you do want to watch it, it will be available in theaters or in Disney Plus Premier Access for $30, obviously, and July 30th, which is this Friday. So yeah, if you're interested, go ahead. You can know what to see. Hopefully, I hope you make a decision whether you're going to see it or not, and hopefully, I give you an idea of what to expect from this movie. So if you enjoyed this video and if you found it helpful, please make sure to leave a like. I would very much appreciate it. So please leave a like. It also helps out the video a lot. So please leave a like. As well as subscribe to get more videos like this. For example, I just did one on Free Guy's first reactions to reviews. Do you want to know how critics responded to that movie? So definitely make sure to check that out. Link will be in the corner. And I also did one of these videos for the Suicide Squad's first reactions to reviews. And yeah, link will be in the corner. You also want to know what critics said about this movie, so definitely make sure to check out that video and to let you know what to expect from this movie and what to not expect from that movie. So yeah, as well as comment down below whether you're going to want to see the movie now, whether you not want to see this movie now, or if you're going to see it, why do you want to see it? If you're not going to see it, why don't you want to see it? Definitely tell me that down below in the comments. I'm definitely going to read them and respond. So yeah, definitely tell me that down below in the comments. Thanks for watching. Hope you have a great rest of your day, and this is your entertainment out.